What's up guys, Rob at Optimal Bodies. Now, the title sounds a bit confusing. It's probably think, oh, it must be something I've done in the gym or some sort of awkward position, or I'm sitting all day that's causing my back pain or any other joint pain for that matter in the body. Now, I'm not saying this is the root cause of your back pain, but it's just something that if you've had loads of therapy, you might have seen physios, you might have had it for 10, 20 plus years, you've tried everything, you've tried every sort of exercise, you've tried different therapists, you might have tried physios, osteopaths, chiropractors, etc. You might have been given a TheraBand or something like that, or some certain exercises, some like lying back extensions, sit-ups, core exercises, and you just can't get anywhere. You've still always got this niggling back pain or another joint pain in shoulder, elbow, neck, knee, hip, whatever, wherever it may be. A lot of research is done into carbohydrates, so not just bread, but obviously it's consumed quite a lot during the day, and breakfast food or sandwiches and even evening meal. So, but carbohydrates in general are prone to causing inflammation. So just another great reason to follow a low carbohydrate, high fat diet, depending on your goals, when you're going to put carbohydrates in frequently. But overall, carbohydrates can cause inflammation. So first of all, what's the mechanism of this? So it's quite complicated, so I've done my research, made some notes. Basically, anytime you're ingesting food, you're giving the body a signal that it's got nutrients on board. So you've got nutrient sensing like enzymes in your body. So you've got this AMPK pathway. So it's quite complicated, but you don't really need to know the details, but some people do. So every time you eat, you do get an insulin response, but it's very low with fat and protein foods. So it's mainly carbohydrates that can cause this insulin response. Now, insulin shuts off this autophagy, so it's this cell cleaning, inflammation controlling mechanism. So obviously we need periods of eating to grow and fuel our bodies, but we also need periods of fasting or going without carbohydrates, which does the same, very similar thing physiologically in your body. So you can still eat but get these beneficial autophagy, these cell cleaning, controlling inflammation processes going on in your body. So what happens? So you've got this SIRT1 pathway, okay? So that gets stimulated by when we exercise, by the AMPK pathway, and when we fast or go low carbohydrate. So you get the AMPK, which leads to the SIRT1 pathway, and that takes on this autophagy system, that starts kicking into action, which one of its roles is to control inflammation. So let's say you've got a niggling back problem. It might have been something you've done in the gym. It might just be a postural issue from sitting all day, watching TV, sat like this, on your computer, sat like this, on the way to work, driving, sat like this. Okay, you see the pattern that's emerging. You get these stuck postural patterns, and the body eventually breaks. It has to give way, and it can't keep up with it for long. So that might be the root cause. But you try these certain exercises, you rest it, and that should do the job. But because you're shutting off this protective mechanism, the controlling of the inflammation, your body's sort of overreacting to this stimulus. So it might have healed, but it hasn't got that signal. It's still sending this inflammation. So when you hurt yourself, it gets red, inflamed, sore, maybe swollen, and yeah, it's painful. And that's a good thing. It's pain there to protect it, so you don't re-injure it. So the pain will go once it's finished. So maybe it's finished healing, but you're still sending this inflammation signal, a false signal. So you do get the pain. And obviously if it hurts, it can put you off going to the gym. It's our natural response to guard it, which is fair enough. But if you've had it for that long, you might have even had scans and they say there's nothing there, but you still got pain. It could be like a false signal because you're constantly eating carbohydrates every meal, all day, every day. So you might have bread, toast in the morning, milk with your cereal, sugar in your brews. You might have a sandwich at lunch, a pack of crisps or a biscuit. Dinner time, you might be having like a pasta meal or meat and potatoes. So it might sound that healthy, but there's carbs in every meal, and there's so many problems that can cause. Okay, so what can you do with this information? First of all, go back and look at my 3-part series of the low carbohydrate diet. So not only for fat loss, now you can do that for a reason to control this inflammation. So I'd starting with that. So you might do 10 days or a week of having no carbohydrates, putting your fats and protein up, see how your back pain responds, see how that shoulder or neck pain responds. Why not? It's worth a try. If you've tried everything else, you've had it for a while, and it'd be very interesting for you to let me know how that occurs. So just by controlling that, you're not letting inflammation run wild by blocking this protective mechanism, and you're more than likely you're going to see at least some fat loss and health and mental clarity, and if you're weighing less, say you've got an arthritis problem, you've got a lot of strain going through your joints. If you just by weighing less, by doing something that's going to make you lose fat, a ketogenic diet, that could be the problem. So you might put less pressure on. So it might not be the absence of carbohydrates. It might just that you've lost some body fat, or you might gain some muscle if you're eating more protein. You can strengthen the joints. They're not getting moved out of alignment, if you will, and muscles aren't having to guard up, etc. So other benefits that I want to speak of this autophagy process. So basically, whenever you exercise or you fast or go low carbohydrate, your body has a chance to clean its cells out. It's like a spring cleaning mechanism that happens like every night when you fast. You go ketogenic, they're very powerful for this system. So you stay low carb, high fat, you can fuel this system. So it's known to get rid of cancer cells, any damaged cells, and that includes muscle cells. So you don't have to eat all the time, get up in the night, have protein shakes and things. You need to, if you're breaking muscle down, it needs to be cleared out and all the waste products out for allow it to build back up again. So actually going for these brief periods of fasts, I recommend no longer than 12 hours without eating, depending on your goals, but that's a good starting point. You don't really need to do full days, but if you're really overweight and you're not too bothered about keeping all your muscle, you just fat loss is your main goal in health, then once a week for 24 hours, that is a really good way of doing it. So yeah, you don't have to always be eating. It's good for your skin cells, so you can look younger. You see a lot of people that follow ketogenic diets and fast, they look great. They might be 40, 50 years old, but they look in the 30s still. They look really good. So it's good for your cells. You've got high energy levels because your mitochondria, they get cleaned out all the time. Every cell in your body is clearing out. Your brain, your nervous system's sharp. That's why you get increased energy coming off these high carbohydrate diets and up in the fats. That's one of the main reasons. Good clarity and great for building muscle as well. I think that's a great reason. And we've mentioned arthritis, it can help that as well, because not only the weight that you're going to lose, but the damaged cells, they can get a chance to be repaired, and your cartilage can come back stronger, your chondrocytes, and you've got more structural integrity in those joints to handle weight and impact, etc. So I recommend these short fasts, and also exercise. If it's bothering you, but you're scared of moving and things, you should be able to bend down and pick things up or lift slightly heavy weights if you've had pain for 10, 15 plus 20 years. Why not give it a shot? If you've tried resting it for so long, ease your way back into the gym. Do some functional squat, deadlifts, overhead press, some functional movements within your pain-free range, and that can activate this pathway controlling inflammation, so this autophagy. So short fast, exercise, it's what we hear before, but it's good to know why it can occur, and it might just help that niggling back, shoulder, neck, knee pain that you've been getting all your life. You just can't seem to fix it no matter what you do. Drop your carbs, do short fasts, and do a little bit of exercise and see how it goes. So we can't always be in a growth phase. So you don't have to be eating 24/7. It's good to fuel the muscle. Yes, have a certain amount of protein you want to get in through the day if you're looking to build muscle, but you can have these brief periods of fasts where you're allowing damaged cells, because cells are constantly turning over, so you're allowing all the waste products to be cleared out for new things to come back in. New cells can build up. Every cell in your body relies on this mechanism. So anything that affects health, whether it's your vision or your energy levels or your hair, skin, nails, that all depends on this mechanism. So for the vast majority of reasons, I would give this a shot. Let me know how you get on. This is Rob, Optimal Bodies, sponsored by Damn Fitness. Check them out, damnfitness.com. Thanks for listening, guys. Cheers.